Welcome to your daily focus, June the 14th, 2019. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Sun is in Gemini, Moon is in Scorpio still. Then it will move into Sagittarius and get ready for our full moon in Sag. Numerology today is a 14 or a 5. 14 is temperance. So understanding that we don't need a lot in order to accomplish a lot, to do a lot, to succeed. And actually where we might have too much and where we need to simplify in our lives, where we need to find that inner balance, that tranquility. 5 is a little bit more about the journey and your sage wisdom. Growing your sage wisdom. It could be something that you want to learn, educate yourself about. A new travel experience, a new opportunity. Could be a new relationship, a new place to work, a new community to live in. We start with the Knight of Swords. Oh, wow. Do we feel ambitious today? I don't know, but I'm thinking that we want to go forward. That we feel like we have been held back long enough and it's time to jump on our stallion, raise that sword high, and yell charge. To go after our dreams, our hopes, our ambitions. To see it somehow, like the horse and the rider are both looking in the same direction, and it's forward motion. The Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is about balance. And the balance that can be, the aha moments, the epiphanies, the clarity that comes in seemingly out of nowhere. All of a sudden, things that seem disconnected come together and connect and make sense like they never have before. And the Knight of Pentacles. Believe in yourself, your capabilities. Absolutely. You don't need armor here. You don't need a weapon here. You hold your abundance clearly right in front of you. You're going after your dreams. You're going after your potential. You're going after your potential. You're going after stepping into your potential. The beauty of who you are, of what you want to do, of what you want to create, of what you want to master. So it's very much, well, you got two knights with an ace on the side. So knights are typically the messenger bearers. So pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping. Pay attention to the conversations you seemingly have with yourselves. Pay attention to any kind of meditation where your thoughts will come in, because they always do when you're meditating. I was at a meditation thing not too long ago, and then the person who led the meditation went around and asked people, and she says, she says, I don't know if I just wasn't prepared enough, or she says, but I was doing my grocery shopping. I was finding sales. Excuse me. I was finding sales in different aisles of what I needed, and I was kind of looking at my fridge for a little while, and all of a sudden I got oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be, part of this meditation. So our minds drift. It's natural for our minds to drift. Just pay attention to what is showing up. And don't try and analyze it, pull it apart, judge it. Just acknowledge it and then go back to your meditation and see what else comes. And your meditation might just be breathing in and breathing out. It's systematically deep breaths in, deep breaths out, and following your breath. So when you do those kinds of things, your mind will start to go, okay, well, we got to think about this, and we've got to organize this, and we've got to plan for this, and we've got to make up for this, and so just pay attention. to what comes in, because usually that is the frustrations and the stress and the anxieties trying to poke in and saying, hey, we need to pay attention to this. Just acknowledge it for the time being. And then afterwards, maybe journal the thoughts that came in that interrupted your breathing, that, yeah, interrupted your breathing. And when those thoughts come in, just acknowledge them. Don't do anything with them. Don't try and work things out or anything. Just acknowledge it and then go back to your breathing. And you'll start to see patterns. You'll start to see patterns in your thoughts. And that will allow you to understand what your priority list should look like, because the thing is, we want to get rid of the things that are constantly building stress and anxiety in ourselves. So when we get a clearer picture, a clearer understanding of where our mind is always going, we know what we have to remove from the platter, from the priority list, in order to simplify our lives, in order to feel a stronger balance. Nights are also a younger energy, so we'll have more energy today. We'll want to get more things done. And there is always that chance for failure because we are young energy. We have to learn our lessons. We have to meet our challenges. So know that that is part of you evolving and transforming rather than a setback, okay? Because you don't want to call, failure is such an ugly word. I wish I had a different word right now for it. But when you fail at something, it shows you what you shouldn't do next time, or how you need to tweak the situation. Or I think it was Einstein who said, it wasn't 99 times I failed at making the light bulb. It was 99 ways it didn't work, and I'm about to step forward and figure out how it does work, knowing that those 99 ways don't work gives me a clearer understanding of how it can work going forward. And of course, he was successful. So don't look at your failures as something that is detrimental in your life, but rather something that is moving you closer to beautiful clarity and an understanding and an understanding. It's very much a free will day for us. I see a lot of action today. We might actually have a hard time finding a few minutes to meditate, to sit there and just breathe. So make sure that you make time for yourself to do that. I think it's vitally important, being the Ace of Wands in the middle. And clarity will come in, and understanding will come in. Acceptance of love, 38. So an 11 energy. Acceptance of love. This image is a representation of the harmony of opposites, masculine and feminine. You have the ability to give love freely to yourself and to others. It's important to understand that you are whole, complete, and perfect now, and that you only enhance the life of another. And also, the other also only enhances you. Love can happen. Love is truth of all situations. Love the soul embodied inside you. Express more love in your life and allow yourself to feel loved. Everything happens exactly when it's supposed to, in that order. In that order, everything happens as it's supposed to take place. You bring a bright light and an individuality into the world. The harmony of opposites, I've been talking about the balance and whatnot. Maybe you've taken on too much of a masculine role, or you've taken on too much of a feminine role, and you need to find that balance, that perfect state, because we're all male and female. It's just, where do we lean one way or the other? Maybe you're a woman and you wear steel toes to work every day. Maybe you're a man and you're a chef. You're cooking in the kitchen. So how do you balance that out in your life to bring in the other side of your personality and enhance that as well to move you forward? This is about loving yourself. This is knowing that you don't get into a relationship in order to fix you. Many times we get into a relationship because we are drawn to the qualities that person has that we would like to have but don't have. And those very same qualities are also the ones that are the most annoying 6 months, a year, 5 years down the road. So when you feel in balance with who you are, you raise your vibration, you raise your energy, allowing people with a higher energy to come into your life and, yes, lift you up, raise you up, treat you as you should be treated. See what our animals have to say. Tangled wishes. With the ladybug, tangled wishes. Ask for assistance, healing, angels, path, manifest. Crying is all right in its own way while it lasts, but you have to stop sooner or later, and then you still have to decide what to do. The ladybug originated in Europe in the Middle Ages when insects were destroying the crops. Legend says Catholic farmers prayed to the Virgin Mary for help, and it wasn't long before ladybugs appeared and ate the pests that were destroying the crops. The farmers referred to the bugs as the beetles of Our Lady, with the red wings representing the Virgin Mary's cloak and the black spots her joys and sorrows. So the message with Ladybug is to let go, ask for help, and accept that help. We receive messages frequently, but are often too stressed out, too contained within our own grief, or just too stubborn to see the messages between the worlds. Have you ever experienced a death, a divorce, a breakup, a job loss, or just feel like you've lost life's purpose? It's so easy to get caught up in the negative, and the smog only gets deeper and deeper the longer you allow yourself to sit within it. And how do you get out of the smog? Well, you sit and just be. So it's very much about turning our energy today. You know, we started with the Knight of Swords, and this is a very high energy kind of card. We're raring to go. We want to accomplish. We want to do. We want to start. We want to begin. We want to conquer. We want to succeed. We want to reach our goals, reach our destinations. And that energy is great, but it also will show us where we may have faltered in the past and we didn't give it our all, and now it's that much harder now that we're trying. Or it could be that everything just doesn't go together as smoothly as we thought, and we can get, once again, frustrated quite easily. It could be that we're a lower energy because some things have happened in our life that has brought us down, and so we're sitting in that smog. Sit and just be. So many times we are experiencing a loss and are afraid of going within our own mind and actually grieving. It's okay to grieve. It doesn't mean you're weak. It makes you human. It's part of the healing process. It is also all right for you to ask for assistance from those who can help. Know that angels, spirit guides, animal guides, and those here on this earthly plane are ready and willing to assist. You just have to make the first move. Just like Christmas lights, our life wishes can be a tangled up mess. Step by step, with patience, with perseverance, you can untangle your wishes into something actual and real. Life is good. Have faith that you can move forward. Your path may be a tangled mess now, but you have to believe, because sitting there sulking in sadness won't help you get to where you want. It's time now for you to dream. It's time for you to manifest your goals. It's time to be clear on your wishes. This last bit of this cough, I've been following all your helpful hints, and it just seems to want to linger anyways. So we start out with the Knight of Swords. We want to go upon it more of a methodical, analytical approach of the Knight of Pentacles. We're going to get to the same place. But sometimes when we use too much energy, the energy pushes back at us and makes us take our time step by step. The Ace of Wands in the middle is asking us to contemplate, to sit down, to think about it, to understand what might be holding us back, how to work around it, what we have control over and what we don't have control over. What can we do that'll make a difference? What can we change that will make a difference? How do we bring balance in? And it could be by simplifying. But I get a little bit more of the yin and yang, the male and female, the balance that needs to be in our life, and inviting that in. And I think inviting that in today actually spurs us forward more than just raising our sword and yelling charge. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.